It's been 10 years. You start to forget the things you should remember. And you can't stop remembering the things you should forget.
Alright, yo guys, what's going on? It's Rage, and finally, welcome to Season 3 of Modern Warfare 22. Got ourselves this new background setting here on the loading screen, and also, as you guys can see, it finally happened. We got the FJX Imperium. We got the brand new intervention. There is so much that I want to say about this new FJX. Even with no attachments, this thing slaps. Okay, slaps might be a slight exaggeration, but surprisingly enough, the base ADS speed on this with no attachments is actually pretty solid. Didn't really have any trouble leveling this thing up at all. Was actually pretty easy to get this thing Orion already done and taken care of. There is one slight problem though. While I've been trying to unlock the weapon charm for this thing, this is the screen that I get. In working towards this weapon charm, it's been a bit of a slight pain trying to keep track of it because it only tells me in-game when I've completed this next tier of it. So here in a second, we're gonna jump back into 10v10, do a little bit more sniping with it, and real quick, I wanted to show you guys the loadout that I've got here on the FJX. So I've seen a couple of different tweets of different ways that people have been building this. I've seen people use the TAC Command 19-inch barrel. Personally, I'm not running a barrel or even a scope stock, none of that. This is the attachment loadout that I got. I got this VLK laser 7 milliwatt. Here's the tuning for it. Field wrap carry handle as well. Here's the tuning on it. Skull 40 rear grip. Here's the tuning. Also running the 7-round magazine and the FJX blast bolt, which increases the rechambering speed. And which again, by default, is actually pretty good as is. Like, I really can't stress enough, man. Like, this has been such a pleasant surprise. Also, surprisingly enough, they did bring back 10v10 for the start of Season 3. We also now got Cranked. This has been a really nice addition. I hope they eventually bring Cranked into the 10v10 mosh pit, you know, bring it back to like some Cold War with some Cranked hardpoint. That would be really fun. Also got the two new maps, Paleo's Lighthouse 24/7 and Black Gold 24/7. When it comes to Paleo's Lighthouse, I'm not gonna lie, I've had a really bad time in Team Deathmatch and Domination. I feel like especially in Domination, I'm spawning way too far in the back. And I also just saw some tweets showing that you can actually swim around the entirety of the map. I didn't even know that. Also over on Black Gold, I got the chance to play that in Domination and it was pretty alright, but surprisingly enough, for the NVG map, hardpoint was actually pretty good on that. Like, one of my very first games, I dropped like 40 something kills and actually had a good time running around the map. Bringing up the overview of the map, I didn't even really realize this. You can swim around this entirety. You can go on this little island over here. Like, I actually kind of want to go check this out real quick. It's like a shipwreck over here, and you can go up on top of this. Yeah, you can run up to the top of this little shipwreck thing and just get some snipes out here like that. I guess if you need long shots, this is the way to do it, and not see a thing out here, and I just got absolutely beamed off that. But yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about, spawning 100 meters away from B. I'm behind these giant rocks. It's weird because at times this feels like a very small map, but other times I feel like I'm running half a mile to get back into it. And also, if you guys didn't already know this, the inside of the house here on Lighthouse is a remake of a stage. Now, I haven't had the chance to play this in 10v10, but I would imagine it plays a lot better in 10v10. Also, one other thing that I've noticed with the 10v10 mosh pit is that I really don't think they've added any more maps or game modes to it. I'm still, almost every single time I queue 10v10, I don't know if you guys get this, but just about every single time, it's always Domination on Santa Senya. Wait, did he just run into the house? Did I not see him? Oh no. It might be better for me to hold him at that gate right there and try and get him as they're coming up. Dude's out here in the water somewhere. I can't even see him. Oh my. I feel like it's kind of an interesting concept for the map, but I feel like it just makes it so much bigger than it probably should. We have a teammate that's literally just chilling out in the water right now. Oh yeah, also as well, here's the new MDR rifle that got added. I'm not sure what it's called. Honestly, forget what it's called. This guy's just laying here in the basement. But it does shred though, like this thing is actually really good. Just about every single time I've picked it up, it shreds. I'm gonna have a lot of fun getting that Orion and completing the weapon charm for that. Come here, Goofy, where you at? See ya. Oh, thanks for dropping down. Alright, time to look over towards C. I've heard that C is the really good side of the map you want to keep the enemies trapped on. I got shot in the back. It doesn't matter. Actually, right there, that was one thing that I wanted to talk about. Now, I don't know if the change came over to multiplayer. I haven't had a full look at the patch notes, but I've heard and seen a lot of people very upset and disappointed with the Warzone 2 changes, especially as far as the movement goes. Now, again, I don't know if it really came over to multiplayer like this as far as like sliding goes, because obviously, you know, you can't really slide cancel. But what I have noticed is that the sliding and like being able to like ADS definitely feels a little bit faster. I don't know if they've increased the speed of this. And I was also hearing a lot about how they did something with the diving, like you're able to like recover off of it faster or something like that. Also, it did turn out that the Warzone 2 stuff with the one-shot headshots and snipers, oh, nice long shot mastery. It turns out what I was talking about in my last Modern Warfare 2 video actually came true, that they did bring back one-shot headshots with snipers, but I think you have to run explosive ammo on it. I think at the start of Season 2 Reloaded, something like that, where you can one-shot headshot with the explosives, they made it a permanent thing. And I guess that little St. Patty's Day event was the testing for it. So, really happy to see that. Probably might try out some Warzone 2 eventually.
When are they gonna add shipment back?
You know, man, that is a really good question. I don't know when they're gonna re-add shipment back. I think that's a question that a lot of us want the answer to. Oh, is he down here? He is down here. When it comes to the movement, though, I've noticed that the sliding and diving definitely feels a little bit faster, a little bit more responsive. Dude, okay, hold on. There is no way this is a real domination game. 3 and 14, 8 and 30. We played a full-length domination game, and I had 22 kills. Just barely broke over 20 kills in a full-length dom game. That honestly saddens me a little bit. Now, I did want to go ahead and get your guys' opinions on the Season 3 update, especially with the movement, and what your overall thoughts and opinions are on the update so far. Because, again, on the multiplayer side of things, I haven't had the chance to test out Lighthouse and Hardpoint. Maybe it plays a lot better in that. Black Gold here actually plays decently well for Hardpoint. Had a fun time with that. And we get Hardpoint. Nice. So this map here is a bit of an interesting concept. We got this fly-in like it's Modern Warfare 2019 all over again. But it reminds me a lot of Modern Warfare 2019 in the sense of when that game came out, they were really planning on doing a whole lot of NVG stuff. If I'm remembering this properly, they had a whole NVG playlist in the game for like the first month that it was out. And then they eventually just took it out and did next to nothing with it up until they did like the Haunting of Verdansk event. So I'm curious to see what the overall response to this map is going to be, if they're going to create more NVG maps, but I really don't know if they're going to do it. Honestly, for what it's worth, it's really interesting that they at least tried to do something like this. At least tried something new. Honestly, I really don't mind it. I was actually just talking about this in one of my recent Black Ops 4 videos, that this is the kind of thing that I feel like Call of Duty could always try to experiment more with, and that is giving us more maps, but with like varying daytime weather elements, all sorts of stuff like that. It just makes it feel a little bit more replayable, just so we're not always looking at the same thing all the time. I wonder what happens if I run outside. Like, obviously, like, my laser won't turn on if I don't have my night vision on, right? So you can kind of, like, catch people off guard like this. Probably not the best idea, though, so we'll turn this back on. Oh, I think I found where they spawn. All right, bird's eye. Yep, they are all over here. Oh, no, 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 no. Drill charge. Please stop jumping. No! Oh, very split quad feed. 5. Okay, not bad. Decent little streak right there. Okay.
Stay sharp. Locating the next hard point.
I knew I saw him. Oh, the flinch. Now, if there's any downside to this intervention, it's definitely that. The flinch with it is ridiculous, especially once you start putting on all the ADS attachments. Now, usually that's the fair trade-off, but even without any attachments, I felt like I was getting flinched just ridiculously. But also, given the overall speed and damage of this sniper, it kind of makes sense as like a fair trade-off if they want to balance it that way. It makes sense. I guess I can't complain too much. You know, that man was trying to phase up. Honestly, yo, PFD, my fault, bro. Any third, fourth? Oh, they're all gonna be over here. Okay, hold on. Please stop jumping. I beg of you. I promise you, dog. You don't need to jump at every single gunfight you get into. I feel like I was getting to saying this a little bit ago with the whole movement thing, or maybe I'm just repeating myself, but I don't always feel the need to embrace this new style of movement of slide canceling and jump shotting everything, especially in this game with the ADS penalty. That's the outside of the map. Okay, I wouldn't have known. Especially now in Modern Warfare 22, it almost feels pointless to jump shot just because of the ADS penalties, but I don't know, honestly, maybe I'm just too old school of a COD player to really pay attention or care about those kind of things, because I can play this game without it just fine. Skill issue, maybe, but that also doesn't mean that it's not a problem, you know? Obviously, the movement in this game has been a debate since the beta, and truthfully, I feel like they did take a few steps back as far as Modern Warfare 22 goes from 2019. If they didn't intend for slide canceling to be a thing, that's one thing, but I also don't feel like nerfing the jump shotting was something that they needed to do as well. Finished this match with 48 kills, the guy above me finished with 58. See, this is what I'm talking about, man. Hardpoint is the game mode. 48 and 28, that's what I'm talking about. It's just such a better experience. Also, I meant to show this off at the start, but dude, look at this, man. The red tiger on the intervention, the blue tiger on it. Going to the classic camos, we've got urban and fall, autumn. It looks so good. It is really nostalgic. I like it. Speaking of more nostalgia, though, I did see a tweet, I think it was from Charlie Intel, who pointed out that, or at least it's noted in the Season 3 roadmap, that eventually they're going to be adding this, like, classic ghost pack. I don't think it's going to be part of that, but I think it's going to be a separate bundle as well, where they're apparently also going to be bundling the classic Modern Warfare 2 audio gun sound. So maybe we'll be able to run around with the FJX Imperium with the classic intervention sound, which honestly, I ain't even gonna lie, they are 100% gonna get me on that. Spend your money however you want, but I mean, if it's something like $5, then okay. I mean, to be fair though, I feel like because the game is called Modern Warfare 2, that they probably should have given us that option off rip, but I feel like that could be a topic for its own individual video. The fact that this game is called Modern Warfare 2, and it's just now getting to the point where we're finally having some sort of throwback content, throwback stuff in the game from the classic Modern Warfare 2, while obviously these new Modern Warfare games are set in their own new universe. I don't know if they're trying to establish themselves as that, but it also seems like they're clearly not doing that as they bring back, you know, classic ghost packs and the intervention and all sorts of stuff like that. Also now with Season 3, it's nice to have all these new maps and weapons and everything like that. I really can't help but feel like this is where the game should have been with like Season 1, if not on launch. Again, it's really nice to have all the new maps, all the new weapons, again, like a nice throwback weapon like the intervention here, but I just can't help but feel like they really should have front-loaded this kind of content towards the release of the game. Front-loading that kind of content, as well as front-loading the kind of Path of the Ronin event, which again, we're gonna have another seasonal event just like that again. Probably should have done something like that for a Winter Siege event, like we had in Modern Warfare Remastered and COD World War II. Just more content and more engaging things with the game is always a positive, and it's nice that we have it in the game now, but I feel like it's just, we still should have had something like that on launch, you know? I mean, I appreciate y'all standing still for me. Honestly, I'm starting to imagine it now. Like, whenever that classic audio pack comes to the game, if they actually replace this FJX Imperium bass sound with a classic Modern Warfare 2 intervention sound, oof.
Enemy Harriers incoming. Hostiles jamming our radar. Enemy Apache incoming.
I'm curious if that audio pack is going to be just for the weapons, or if they do something where it's like all the game sounds.
Drop them. Capture the hard point.
That line is insane. Yeah, as I was gonna say though, man, I really can't get enough of this intervention so far, man. Like, this thing, separating it from the classic Modern Warfare 2 intervention, it is just, it's so good. Obviously, nostalgia only goes so far, but with the proper tunings and the proper attachments on this, like, it does feel like a sleight-of-hand intervention. Like, look how fast that is. And it feels good. It feels nice, smooth, and fast ADS, nice rechambering. Satisfying to hit your shots when you're not getting flinched and stunned off of everything. Honestly, at this point, the only thing that's really left for me when it comes to Modern Warfare 22 as far as like a hope goes would be them adding in a map vote option, or again in the case of like the 10v10 mosh pit, that they keep it in the game and that they give us map and mode voting. Also with 10v10 just adding in all of the maps to it, because again, I feel like I only played like maybe 5 maps in 10v10. Add in literally all of the maps with TDM, KC, Domination, Hardpoint, Cranked Hardpoint, or maybe something like a permanent 10v10 Cranked Hardpoint playlist. I don't know, I think that'd be nice. Cranked Hardpoint or Hardpoint, like, vote between those two modes. Oh my, I should have slid. Oh my god, I should have slid. I should have slid and lined that up, dude. There was a quad staring right at me. Oh my. Please stop jumping. My brother in Christ, it is 4:45 in the morning. Why are we like this? Yeah, sorry. I was hopping on the hard point and winning that. I needed that game over. I'm also not joking, by the way. It is almost 4:45 in the morning, and we are playing some straight demon lobbies. So once again, though, there it is. The brand new FJX Imperium intervention. This thing is actually really, really nice. I am pleasantly surprised with this. Again, like I was just saying, nostalgia only goes so far. Obviously, it will never be a one-to-one recreation of the original intervention. We'll probably never get to experience the classic Modern Warfare 2 again like we did 13 years ago. It's a completely different game, completely different time, but things like this, man, like little sentiments and them doing it right in the new style, this is really good. I am very happy with this. So again, on that note though, that's gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Go ahead and let me know what your thoughts and opinions are on Season 3 as well as the new FJX Imperium. Do you guys like the new intervention? Are you guys liking the update? Again, go ahead and let me know of all of that. Once again, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. It's been Rage, and I will talk to you guys later. Take care, everybody.